It's a speed unboxing of Role Player Adventures because I know that I could get lost in this for days. Hey everyone, I'm Devin, your friendly neighborhood board gamer. This is Devin Talks Tabletop, the YouTube channel where the games are made up. What I say doesn't matter. However, that's normal. You know that by now, so I'm really just saying it in case you haven't heard it before. But for the 8 of you that haven't already skipped, I think you've already heard it before. I'm not even sure what we're doing here. But Role Player Adventures from Thunderworks Games. I have received a goodie bag of things from them. I got Role Player, which I've never played before, and I wanted to check out. I got Cartographers, and I've also got This Big Bad Mamma Jamma. This Big Bad Mamma Jamma, Role Player Adventures. So I am aware of this game from 2 different content creator circles of relationships. So I know that Allison and Daniel Burrell have been running through this, and then I also know that Alex and Meg have had a delightful time with it as well. I know that people are fans of it. I'm also aware of the fact that I don't believe you really have to have any experience with Role Player as a base game to jump into this one and have a good time. So if you have been misunderstanding the fact that there's the direct name correlation of Role Player Adventures and Role Player, you don't have to know that game to have a good time with this game. Now, you know it's imposing when you open a box and it has another box inside of it. That boxception level that we're talking about here, is there anything even in there? No, it looks like currently it's just a spacer. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe there was something special that went in here, or maybe these spacers are just here to protect all of the goodies. So you've got some storybooks here. Wow, that's a hefty amount of storybooks. This is a big mamma jamma. So this Battle at the Black Lake is the first adventure here by James Ryan. And what seems to be a ferocious orc character, or maybe depending on the size scaling there, it could also be like a huge, beefy troll. Some very muscular physique is barreling down on that chest right there. So, not entirely sure what's going to happen with that, but there are a lot of things going on in here, a lot of different booklets. So I'm going to put that aside for just now. And then we've got definitely some, dual layer player boards here, which I'm going to just try to gently poke. Hashtag cheesy knife pokes. That's not a hashtag I've ever done before, and I don't even like hashtags as a concept, but hashtag cheesy knife pokes are maybe what I'm going to say from now on. So we've got your different player boards here. They are split on either side, I think. It also seems to have elements that you can potentially pull out or slot in. Okay, it's got stuff that you can slot in. So I'm guessing that there are player sheets that will slot in here and give you the elements that you need to give you info about your characters. So you've got Role Player Adventures there. You've got this nice drawstring bag with a good label there. Again, I'm assuming that there's more than just storybooks here, but for now I'm going to leave that as is. You've got your skill book, which is a really interesting setup for charm, concealment, deception, endurance, force. I really like that they started with kind of like a stat building game of Role Player that is going to really cater to, a lot of different groups of people in terms of those who have done stat building and character building in D&D and stuff, which I have done, which is part of why that has excited me. Got another little spacer there. But also just a fun game that, I think also a lot of families have enjoyed. I know that Allison and Daniel's sons have had an absolute blast with it. So we've got all of these slots here, and this goes over that. So I'm kind of guessing that, I don't know what those particular elements are in terms of what they go as. But for now, I could get rid of these bags, and just pop all of that in here. Definitely doesn't look like where the gold goes, and I definitely don't think that this is gold, but I could be wrong. Maybe it is gold. But for now, we're just going to dump all of this stuff out, and add it to the pile of bags so that I can close this effectively and not worry about it. I'll figure out where it goes later. As I said, this is attempting to be a speed unboxing because at the end of the day, guys, at the end of the day, I could take a long time looking over this. But I think what is interesting to me is all of the different takes on campaign and narrative adventure games that have come out. And like, it's getting to the point where there are so many of them, but I think that the ones that are going to be maybe the most universally loved or widely accessible are the ones that, oh, there's a little special secret. Open only when instructed by a storybook. Well, that makes me tantalized and excited. I want to see what that is. So you've got a ton of dice here, a bunch of enemy cards there, which look like they kind of just slot in there. So I'm going to just maybe open it from the way that it's supposed to be opened. Go ahead and do that. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I like dice. I think dice are just an incredibly satisfying component and a satisfying mechanic. I know that some people don't like dice rolling, but I think the majority of people understand the like dopamine rush you can get from rolling dice. I mean, I think it's hard to argue with how much fun that is. I think it's hard to argue. So we're going to slot that in there. Keep that there for now. I know obviously there are more cards that are going to go here, and I don't think that's where the dice go permanently. We've got the secret, got the Tome of Encounters, which I'm assuming this is going to direct what you're playing on physically when you're going through the storybooks. I'm going to assume that kind of like maybe some of the maps or some of the elements that where you're focused are. And then here you have what I'm assuming is the gold based off of those tokens. And then you've got player sheets and more stuff going on, just a lot more cards set up. So again, I'm not going to go all the way through this. I'm going to have to take a little bit more expansive amount of time to see what everything has going on. But for now, I'm thoroughly excited. I think that this is one that I'll probably do with Amber, is the person I'm probably going to try to get this played with, because I think it is going to be an exciting game, and it's one that I think I'm okay to leave it out because it's got a lot of booklet stuff going on. I'm hoping that maybe some of the structure of it isn't so... I don't know. Where did these go? How were these like up and down? I don't even know how this went in the box anymore, guys. I'm not entirely sold on that. Yep, that definitely wasn't how it happened. Maybe it was like that. Maybe it was like that, but then how did that go in there? How did that go in there? Maybe there? Maybe we can do that. Guys, I don't think I know what I'm doing anymore. I think I've lost... I mean, for most of you, that's probably apparent that I usually don't know what I'm doing at all. But for right now, yeah, that's a lot of stuff going on. I'm excited. I think that this is the type of game that I can see Amber and I moving through and just kind of keeping it out and about every day and playing it in the evenings when we have the opportunity to. Because I miss playing games with her. I haven't been able to do it that much the last couple months. So I want to finish unboxing this, and I want to get this started because I think that Role Player Adventures is a promising title, and I think that it's got a lot of potential in terms of being the right weight to get me and Amber playing together without it being such a mechanically robust experience to where you're kind of bogged down a little bit every time you play, and you kind of have to keep it out and stay fresh with it every single moment so that you don't get rusty at it. I think that this is the right weight, the right involvement, the right everything to possibly get a campaign game started and ended with Amber. So I'm looking forward to this. Role Player Adventures from, Keith and James over at Thunderworks. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here and looking forward to checking it out. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you've played this. I want to hear your thoughts. I mean, obviously, keep yourself spoiler free as much as you can, but let me know what you think if you've played this title. I'm genuinely curious to see what everyone's opinions are because I'm excited about it for sure. All right. I hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you next time. On to the next video.